No nothing. We love no nothing. No, we don't.
And the fact that you can tune the stock computer on an LS is amazing.
Yeah, true.
So like a
That's definitely
4.8
an added
liter,
benefit.
yeah, a 4.8 liter tuned. Actually, the 4.8 liter and the 5.3 are the same exact size.
Right.
Physically, it's just one's bored out and stroked out, I think.
I'm gonna stroke out
5.3's bored
tomorrow.
out. Yeah.
Oh, I stalled it.
So, the size package wise, they're the same.
Right.
Um,
Oh, fluff.
so you, and they don't apparently advertised in this Silverado 1500.
Right.
They get the same exact fuel economy, the 5-speed manual.
Right.
So it really makes no difference.
Like what you end up choosing.
Yeah. But say if I did get the 5.3 or whatnot, well, you know, saying 750 with everything included because you know what is not going to be included in the engine.
What?
It's like $500, $600 to buy a transmission.
Yeesh. It's always
With
the transmissions are always the money.
Well, it's only because I couldn't use the manual off of the 4-cylinder.
Right. And like, well, right
but-
now, 240 transmissions are going for like $600. It's like,
Yeah, you just gotta find the right ones. Like, when I was originally looking, these transmissions were like $800, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's ridiculous, because they're really common.
right.
And then you actually, like, look deep into Facebook Marketplace, and they're like, bare running one looks like it's been through a mud hole and a half, like $250. Like, I maybe don't want to go for the bare minimum.
Yeah, maybe do the medium sauce.
Then again, if you contact them and they're like, yeah, I was driving great and everything, that's not a bad idea. $250 per transmission.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Okay. The other funny thing is the transmission I'm looking at, which is the NV 3500.
I recognize that name.
Apparently is rated for 300 foot-pounds of torque,
Oh, that's not bad.
which is close to what a bone stock 5.3 liter makes.
Yeah, also that though.
So apparently people are like, yeah, if you beat on them, like if you do any hard driving or shifting or anything, you shatter them.
Right.
But it's like daily. It's like I'm not building this truck to be a race
Yeah,
truck.
you're not. The most foliage it's gonna get is on the interstate. Getting on the interstate.
Yes. It's like I would, for the most part, be like it would be very baby kept of a like truck because it would basically be a workhorse. The only reason I'm putting a V8 in there, or would
Is
be
to
putting
make
a
towing
V8 in
better
there,
and stuff.
towing better, and also, what's it, legit streetcars? Don't know if you've heard of them.
Yes.
I've
heard. I don't want.
Corvette.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Sorry.
The drag coefficient. Well, the amount of horsepower it takes to push a Corvette at 50 miles an hour is only 20% less than what a Silverado is.
Oh.
Or not Silverado, an S10.
Mm-hmm.
So, in theory, I mean, theoretically, and the reason his Corvette gets 40 miles per gallon on the highway is because he put a lean burn tune in it.
Right.
So it runs like 16.5 to 1 instead of 14 to 1, 14.5 to 1.
Right.
Which, if you talk to the emissions people, they're like, no, that's terrible. You're putting out crazy amounts of NOx emissions, which you are. But small price to pay for better fuel.
But that fuel economy.
In theory, an S10 could get 32 miles per gallon on the highway. That's right gearing.
That's not too bad.
And supposedly, if you find the right stock computer 5.3 liter, they even come with cylinder deactivation.
Yes.
So,
But that's a lot. That's gonna be hard to like get that specifically.
ironically,
Like you may just have to take what you can get.
how much? Do you remember how much engines from the junkyard is?
For an 8-cylinder, 250?
About half the price of first for please please.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
8-cylinders are like 200, 300 bucks, 250 to 300. I can't remember.
Now pulling one out of a car. That's gonna be.
Yeah, that's when you just you bring a chop saw and just say bye bye to the exhaust and bye bye to all that stuff.
Well, you'd really need a half-inch or 3/8 inch impact. Just go blah 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 blah, and just drop the shit out. Now, if I could find, because Silverados came with the 4.8 and 5.3 with the NV 3500, if I found that as a complete like package, it'd be perfect. Finding that, they probably. So if you're pulling an engine, what do they charge you on? Because I know they have prices listed differently.
All I know is the price is listed for the actual item. I don't know if there's any prices for, because they have the cranes you can wheel out over the car.
Well, that's free. That just comes with getting in there and whatnot. So it's like they have, say, if you're buying buying an engine, but it has a turbocharger attached to it.
Oh.
$75 extra, or $75 buying
their own, right?
But are you having to pay extra for the turbocharger attached to an engine?
Yeah, are they gonna charge you for the headers and the turbo and stuff? Like, yeah.
Because it's like, are they gonna charge me if I buy a V8? Are they gonna charge me a ridiculous amount for the alternator, the heads on the engine, like the intake manifold? Like,
that is an excellent question.
Because like if I bought engine and transmission combined together, would they charge me for the engine, the transmission, the clutch, the flywheel, the pressure plate, the gear shifter? In which case, I can buy the engine and transmission and clutch and everything for about $1,000.
I mean, they have a phone number you could just call and ask.
Yeah.
You're genuinely considering that.
I would have to get my dad involved. I'd be like, I don't know, he would say no.
Oh, well, on the bright side, we're going to be running a shop, so... If room is an issue shortly, well, it will become an issue eventually.
It's not an issue of room, although I may... So... Bear with me. We have the van, the Supra, the Accord. We're going to be receiving a truck.
Shit.
Where are we going to put this extra vehicle? And not a car. A car cannot go in the garage.
There's no room for it. If I had to take a guess.
So, and I don't want to get rid of the Supra because it's my baby.
Why would you get rid of it for a truck? That doesn't make sense.
I wouldn't, but having a truck is more useful than having a Supra.
Yes, having a truck is more useful than having 95% of the vehicles on the road.
And considering even just the 4-cylinder truck gets about 20%, 30% better fuel economy.
Yeah, it would probably not be a terrible daily driver, to be honest.
It would be, besides it being 20 years old, driven by grandparents, so it probably doesn't smell too great. That's the one thing we're gonna probably have to do in those 3 days. If you're coming with me, is clean out the truck.
Gross.
And make it habitable. No, they aren't sloppy or whatnot. It's just
20 years old.
20 years old. They probably don't regularly clean it, but they also don't.
Trash things.
They're not people to like buy McDonald's and eat in the truck. They don't even go out to get fast food.
Right.
Ever. The other thing I actually learned and I remember about now is that's not their original truck.
Is it a bench seat or is it like the little 2 separate boys?
It's 2 and then 2 in the back.
Oh.
As far as I know. Well, the 2 in the back, the pilot seats, the
bench or the jump seats.
Yeah.
Right.
The 5-year-old could fit in, but nobody else.
I could fit in, but only barely.
Let's see. When I was it 12, 14, I rode in the back of it for the trip from Salt Lake to their house. So like 45 minutes to an hour, and that was not comfortable.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. The drive to Richmond almost killed me. I was
That seat's big compared to what there's.
Right.
It's literally one of the ones that pull out from the sides.
Oh yeah.
Face center, and it's like maybe 6 inches wide and 8 inches long.
Oh. Do you think it'll be snowing there? Because that could add a lot of difficulty to our endeavor.
It would be snowing, but they're a lot better at taking care of the snow.
Right.
They're used to getting feet of snow.
Right.
There was snow on parts of Utah last year. But like the roads were completely not phased by snow at all.
Right.
The most we'd see snow is going through Colorado. Even then, I mean, we'd take it slow. I'm planning on throwing in jack stand. I think we have extra chains, and throwing those into the cord and when they're driving across the country.
I'm not worried.
So that
I'm not worried about the weather. I was worried about working in said weather beforehand.
like I said, I mean, the most mechanical or work apparently we'll really need to do or should do is an oil change on it.
And like a battery.
Apparently the battery's good because he's been driving it, or drove it a few times.
Oh. I mean, that makes our life easier.
Yeah, like when I found out that it's apparently running great, it's like, oh, so it hasn't been sitting for a year and a half.
Also, it's a valid excuse to fly out like the day before.
Like, I think the best, because they're saying, my parents are saying that they want to leave, give or take the 2nd of January. They don't want to leave on the 1st because,
New Year's traffic.
Yeah, New Year's traffic, drunk people still potentially being on the road, stuff like that. So the best day for us to fly out, if that was the case, is the 30th or 31st. 31st is, they're both the same price.
The later the better.
The 31st, I mean, as long as we arrive in Utah midday, not evening, is preferable. Just because, well, my parents just don't want to be out on the road when... And again, it is just Utah, like...
Yeah. A huge population out there.
They're not gonna be that many people drinking.
No, exactly. Like, you guys live in a college town. Like, it should be fine.
We also never leave on the 31st. We don't go anywhere.
But you driving around on a Saturday night or Friday and Saturday night here is probably the same as driving around New Year's Eve in Utah.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, it's like getting in midday, which say if we're not going on Christmas, that's fine if we're like leaving morning here.
Right.
Because, like I was saying, if we're leaving Christmas, it would be better for us to leave in the afternoon. Right. Just so that Bob, like, we could spend time with the family, and also Bob would.
Well, yeah, no matter what, that's this thing that's still a really big choke point.
Bob just doesn't want to drive down there?
Yeah.
For us?
But I don't know if there's another... Well, there really isn't another option.
Depending on...
Unless you can try to convince... Well, unless you can try to convince Tiff that she wants to see her sister.
I can try and convince her of that.
Because, I mean, I know Tiff and I have made that drive like 1,000 times together.
Yeah.
So...
Like, and, like I was making the joke...
Well, is if we fly out of Charlotte. Which I would hope we did.
That's the best place to fly out.
Didn't your parents say they were going to try Roanoke?
They said Roanoke if it was, like, worth it.
I don't think it's possible.
It's like $150 to $100 more expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say I think it's, like, going to be really expensive.
Then again, the flights have changed. Last time I was checking, you know how it was like really cheap, and then it was like $400. It's still about $400 for the nicer nonstop flight.
Yeah.
Still about $400.
I really will. I really want to do nonstop. I don't like. Ugh, God.
No, I don't blame you.
Yikes.
I wouldn't mind also stopping in Denver because I've always like I want to visit more airports and whatnot. But I also like.
I mean, if you want to stop in Denver, we can pass through Denver and stop for an hour and get lunch or something.
Well, that's what majority of the layovers are in Denver or Chicago.
Right, but I mean, like, if you wanted to stop in Denver,
Oh,
you could
like,
stop on the way
yeah.
back.
No, I've been to Denver. I stopped in Denver when I'm driving. I just never been in the airport.
Oh, I mean,
That's the only motivation I would have to.
you really, I promise you, you're not missing anything. Especially Chicago O'Hare. It's just like JFK in New York, but worse. Like, you're not missing much, I promise.
I've never been to JFK.
You're not missing much.
I've only been to Dulles. What's the one in Jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
The one right across the river.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name for some reason.
Newark?
Newark, that's it.
Um,
Yes.
the Twin Cities. Jeez, what is that one called?
I don't. Is that? What
It's
city?
the
is
Midwest, the Twin Cities.
Oh. I really only know my coastal airports. I don't know any of the in landlocked.
But what's the? It's in Minnesota.
Oh, St. Paul.
Uh,
Minnesota, St. Paul.
no, it's they call them the Twin Cities because it's the two cities right next to each other. But it's the airport for the Twin Cities.
I don't know the code for. I only really know coastal
Yeah.
regions. So,
What are the Twin Cities called? St. Paul and...
St. Paul. I told you.
Yeah, but what was the other one?
That is
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. Is that not what I said? Did I say Minnesota? They both start with Min. What do you?
I think you
do?
said St. Paul, Minnesota, and so I was like, oh, you're just talking about...
No, I was close though.
You were very close.
I almost know what I'm talking about. 95% of the time, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, don't quote me on that.
What's the airport?
Probably MSP. I can only imagine. Or MSI, probably.
That's the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport.
Yeah, MSP, right? MSPI.
MSP. Yep, you were right.
Yeah. I only know the only international code I know is Toronto's, which is YYZ.
Hold on. It's called MSP KMSP.
That's the call sign. That's not the actual, like,
okay.
ticket sign. Yeah.
Okay. It was just listing out a whole bunch of different ones. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, they like gave it 20 different names.
I think it's Toronto's is YYZ. I think that's Toronto.
YYZ.
Well, because
Sounds like
America took all the alphabetic designations for airports, so like all of Canada's are like XZY and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that Toronto is YYZ. I could be wrong.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I yes, I would love to like lay over in an area, and so we can just like hang out in a different area and whatnot. But also like
The thing is, all the layovers that you were looking at were not long enough to justify having them, because it's like not even long enough to justify leaving security.
they're all hour and a half layovers.
Yeah, which means you just sit in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
You're only gonna leave security. It's
Nope.
not worth it.
Walking around the airport, looking at things. It's cool. It's a little boring. Hour and a half is right at the edge of the sweet time.
Right, if it's more than like 2.5 hours, you can usually go. It's worth justifying to leave the airport, but like an hour and a half, you don't even want to bother leaving security.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. That's the thing. Is like I wouldn't mind. Nonstop. I briefly looked at doing a Roanoke Roanoke to Charlotte to out west.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more. My mom was actually suggesting, what was it, Charlottesville to Charlotte to out west.
I think you want to limit the number of.
Not Charlottesville. Lynchburg.
Unless you fly. Well, the cheapest option when we did it was Charlotte to Atlanta Hartfield to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that also changed. Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah.
I'm saying like flying to Atlanta Hartfield is usually out of Atlanta Hartfield is usually pretty cheap. If it within the country, I mean.
I never checked Lynchburg, but it's probably similar to like.
I would say similar to Roanoke.
Yeah. I think it's less expensive, and it's slightly cheaper than flying out of Roanoke to Charlotte, but
not enough to justify driving there.
Well, instead of going 2.5 hours, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah, how much is it cheaper than Charlotte?
No. The only bonus is that you don't have to drive an extra hour.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a half-hour flight.
No, flying from Dulles to Newark was an hour flight.
I think our flight from Roanoke to Jacksonville, Florida was an hour and a half.
Yeah. Just like, soup.
But it's because they don't really get the planes up high enough to hit 500 miles an hour. Like, when flying to Utah, you'll be up at cruising altitude for an hour or two. 2 hours, about. So you'll actually be hitting the cruising speed. Whereas flying to, like, within the same coast, they really don't exceed much over, like, the altitude needed to stay in the speed needed to stay in the air.
Yeah, and was it Delta flying from the Twin Cities to Salt Lake? We hit like 450. I think we also had like 50 or 75 mile an hour headwind.
Yeah. You probably should have been going faster than that. But
well, ground 450 ground speed.
Very different than airspeed.
Yeah. Because most people can't wrap their head around that we're going 550, but we're actually only going 450.
Right.
So they just say, it's like, what? Well, if you look at the ground, we're actually just going 450.
Which is still ungodly fast for something that size.
Pretty damn fast.
It's really fast.
It was really funny. Someone on TikTok was making the excuse that everyone should stop flying on planes because it's so inefficient on fuel and waste and whatnot. They were like, what was it? It's 150 kilograms of fuel per passenger to fly 2,000 miles.
Right.
2,200 miles or something like that. I'm like, okay, so it works out to be about 16 gallons of fuel to go 2,200 miles.
Right.
The Camry does it in like 11. No, in gallons of fuel, the Camry does it in Cord. Oh, it was like 30 something. Should be more than that. I don't remember the exact number, but if you account for per passenger, the Camry does it at like 8 per passenger.
Right.
If it's fully loaded. But it's like, yeah, but it takes 3 days.
Right.
Versus 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah.
You kind of, you pay for the inefficiencies by cutting your time by 24.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, that's not that inefficient, doing 16 gallons for 24 or 2,200 miles.
No. That's why I like flying. I love flying.
Now, yeah, it's like, if you fully loaded a bus, yeah, it would be like really, really inefficient compared to a bus. But bus takes days.
Yeah,
Going in
a bus will
hours.
take a week.
Yeah, probably about a week.
And then people don't, like, no one ever thinks about train travel because, like, who cares? But train travel is wildly inefficient. Really.
Yeah. It's inefficient trying to move them fast.
Yeah, and it'll still take you like 2 days to make that trip on the train.
That's why it's like all of Europe, every European I've ever known is like, why does America not use more passenger trains?
Because not
I'm
flat.
like, okay, well, you going from the middle of your country to the middle of the next country over is the same from me driving from the middle of my state to the middle of my next state.
Yeah, also, we're not a very flat country like a lot of European countries are.
That too. Was like, I drive that. I drive twice that.
Right.
And that's like no biggie trip for me. You guys drive to the edge of your country and you're like, oh my god, that's a whole holiday. It's so much driving.
We had, like,
So
when we went to pick up
train.
the Legacy wagon, that was like driving from one side of France to Germany.
Yeah.
Like,
But that was just a no biggie one
and
day trip.
back in one day, right?
Yeah. And they're like they would literally take a train to do that.
And it would take them like a week.
Well, they would probably do that in a day there, day back thing. But they would do that in a train. Takes give or take. I mean, it's probably a little bit shorter of time. But it's like, okay, yeah, but you take a train at the same amount of distance that we drive. If we were to train from one side of the country, our country, to the other side of our country.
Which we do have lines that do that.
Yes,
It's
but
also
it
like
would
$4,000.
I think because my family was looking at doing it one time instead of driving, taking a train across the country to Utah.
Right.
It was going to be for our whole family. I think it was going to be like $3,000 or something like that.
Whereas plane tickets are like $200 a person at max.
Yeah, and driving is. So I calculated if we get an average of 25 miles per gallon, which I don't think we'll get that much out of the truck. Let me just double do the math. Double make sure. 2,000 miles.
Trains aren't that fast. How long does it take to drive to New York? 11 hours? New York City? So I think
And traffic between 10 and 15 hours.
the last time Taylor took a train there, it was 18 hours on the train. And the time before that, it was 22.
My sister usually does it in 6. When she goes Amtrak from from New York, DC to Roanoke.
Well,
I think it
also
was 8
last
hours.
time her train ran over a guy, so that was laying on the track.
Yeah, that probably put the time up.
Yeah, the thing is, Amtrak is literally the business of just being delayed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's you have to be fortunate about it. It's going to be about $160 of fuel to drive the truck back.
right,
$160. That's for 2 people, and hopefully a fully loaded pickup truck. Stuff
right.
back. 2,000 miles.
3,000 miles.
That should be about 2,000.
2,000. I mean, you're right. Sorry.
1,960.
Yep.
Give or take.
Give or take 50 miles.
Depending on how much we wander from the beaten path. Well, only $160. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's actually less than I expected it to be.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad trip.
It just depends on
Only
how...
thing,
It just depends on A, how comfortable the seats are, and B, if the truck has heat.
it has heat. I'm nearly 100% positive of that.
No cruise control.
Very unlikely.
I'm almost 100% certain it does not.
That's about 100% certain.
You can never be 100% certain of anything until you actually see it. That's just how the laws of the universe work. But
fairly certain it has AC.
well, I mean, it may have the controls, but who knows if it actually works.
Oh, it has the controls for the AC. I decently certain it has AC that works.
Not that we'll probably need it.
To just defrost probably.
That's what rolling the windows down is for. Oh, I wonder, are the windows cranked?
I don't know.
Because it's like a second gen, so I doubt it, but maybe.
It's a early 2000s. It's hard to say.
Yeah, but it's still second gen.
They might be crank.
Then it definitely doesn't have cruise.
Yeah.
Sorry to excite you.
Yes. And puts cruise control in it. I think my dad said it doesn't, but
I believe that was true. And we're taking the north. Well, we would take the northern route, right?
it's technically considered just the middle route.
Does it go through St. Louis?
Yep, straight through St. Louis. So we could stop by and say,
Yes.
hey to Adam.
Go to his place where he works and order pizza.
Where does he work at?
Plank Road Pizza.
Oh.
Actually, no, you know what? He's in college now.
Where is he at in college?
Missouri Central, something. It's like 3 hours from his house, but if you're going over Christmas break, he'll be at his house.
Yeah, so we could just like say you want to meet
Somewhere and have lunch or something. Yeah. How weird would that be? For me, anyways. I know you know significantly less about him.
Yeah.
But it would be weird for me.
It would.
Yeah, I've kind of been planning going to St. Louis probably at some point because there's a lot of interesting vehicles there for sale, and I may end up. Well, it looks like with the kind of cars I'm looking at getting, it's probably going to be like a Georgia or a St. Louis sort of thing, like
Yeah.
a day in it, a day down kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But only. Hello, welcome to the.
See, I
stream.
wonder if my dad will let me actually drive the pickup truck around.
I doubt it.
How
are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna be able to drive it around, but like, actually use it.
Oh, when it gets back?
Yeah. Just be like, well, the only worrying thing is if it has rust damage.
Right.
Utah is less common to cause rust just because of the way they handle it differently.
They salt. Hello, welcome to the stream, by the way. We were talking very loudly, so I hope you enjoy your stay. We're just kind of chit-chatting and messing around.
What you streaming?
Just being.
Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of...
Perfect, we're on cars.
Yeah, exactly. I'll look like...
I'm still just, going through the owner's manual. It says, ironically, it said in the beginning of the owner's manual that cruise control, like that four-wheel drive if equipped.
Right.
Something if equipped.
Right.
But it didn't say that with cruise control. Cruise control is
not standard. I like this stream. Well, thank you. I also like this stream. I'm just playing around, It's the really cool mod pack that adds a bunch of weird stuff. I like weird stuff, so. Who else likes this stream? I love this stream. I do. Do you like this stream, Doctor?
No.
No? Well, just you and I, then. But that's okay. I doubt it. It's rear-wheel drive, right? And standards?
I think it's an LS.
And the trim level, not the engine. Let's make that abundantly clear.
Yeah.
Like every time I see people with Miatas for sale, and they're like, oh, LS Miata. I have to think for a good, like, 30 seconds that LS is a trim level on Miatas, and not talking about and not talking about them being swapped with the actual Chevy engine.
Wait, it doesn't have an RPM gauge?
Oh, it's just like the Corolla all over again.
Wait.
I love BeamNG.Drive, and I love streaming BeamNG.Drive because of the mod. This mod pack just gives me 600 times the amount of stuff to do that I ever would have had to do before.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what exactly that means, but whatever. Thank you. I don't try to crash on purpose, but it happens a lot because I'm terrible at everything that I try to do. I am. Thank you. And I was looking down at the chat, and I run into a car.
So, it's optional to have
Go on.
the RPM gauge.
Optional. That's
Yes.
what I like to hear.
So it's like the Corollas, where it was optional to have the RPM.
Oh no, it's fine about being rude. Everyone hates me. I'm kind of used to it. Don't worry.
Not true.
I mean, most people do. Just saying. I'm not gonna go any further than that. But I don't know why. I'm literally just streaming BeamNG.Drive. There's no need to be angry at me. Like, calm down.
You fixed your OBS yet?
Do you mean in the regards to switching windows randomly?
Yeah.
Nope.
You should fix that.
I've really been trying.
You reinstalled OBS yet?
3 times.
You just gotta set it up then.
I only came 3 or 4 months ago to YouTube. Sky, if I keep looking at the chat, I'm gonna keep having huge crashes.
Well, you haven't mastered the looking down with one eye and driving with the other?
I only have one eye.
Then split that eye in half.
But yeah, that's how it works. I only came 3 or 4 months ago to YouTube. I have been doing YouTube since 2016, I think. I have the memory of a goldfish, so don't quote me on that. But welcome to YouTube. I love it. It's probably where I waste most of my time. But I stream a lot, or frequently, decently.
Not that frequently.
Once a week. Twice a week sometimes. Well, school has got me all sorts of tangled up, so...
Well, until school, I was streaming like 4 times the amount you were.
Yeah, and then school happened and I started streaming 4 times the amount you were.
Yeah. I've tried... This semester, I tried to...
Well, I don't want to stop looking at the chat because you're being a supportive chat person, and I appreciate that.
How dare you?
Appreciate a supportive chat people? Well, I know that if I was talking to a small-time YouTuber, I would want them to... Well, I think it would be cool if they would talk to
back.
me. Yeah, interact with me. And not be a little evil...
No.
What?
That's air conditioning if equipped.
Yeah, that's exactly...
I'm almost 100% positive it's equipped.
When was the last time you rode that?
7 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
So you know what's the problem? This is what I was going to tell you earlier, but I totally forgot about it. I got into a different topic.
Yeah?
They've had 2 of these trucks.
Ah!
Their original one, which was... They're both, standard inline 4s.
Right.
Their old one was parked in their driveway and got hit by a car, totaling it. Flipped it on its side and totaled it.
Heck yeah.
And then this new one is new. We don't remember when that happened.
I'm not sorry.
To me, it's the same colored truck. If my parents didn't mention that, it's the same colored truck that I remember from being young.
Well, I have a lot of friends who are on vacation right now. But I have no idea.
Are they on vacation?
I'll explain in a second. I have no idea who that was who came in the chat and was just being rude. I don't know why they were saying that or who it was to, but I would just ignore it. The reason I know people who are on vacation is because in Australia they do a couple weeks at a time and then get 2 weeks off.
I don't like that schooling style.
No, but when I do my Yeah, I agree. And they have exams at the end of each like bit, and so I'm expecting that's exactly the schedule I'll have to follow when I do my study abroad.
Nah.
I mean, that's at least what the Melbourne College of the Arts or whatever it is follows, and that's where I'd be going. So,
Nah.
meh, you know, just do your own thing. Just sit in the abandoned classrooms, following the United States schooling schedule.
Mm-hmm.
United States of hell.
What the bloody nut?
That if you have bloody nut, I would go see a doctor.
What the bloody nut is going on here?
I don't know.
Squared.
You just call me a square.
Said squared.
Oh, are you doing math on my
Yes.
stream about fun?
Why can't I?
Love anyone?
Stop texting me, people.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was talking about Aiden,
Who?
redneck.
You're right. I know, but I thought you said Caden. I was like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, Caden.
Oh no, I thought you said Aiden. That's what I said.
Oh. I still heard a C from you. I was like, no, Caden,
The
you know.
person in my chat's name is Caden. That's probably why it sounded like I'm maybe tripping over my own existence here.
Oh, that's ironic.
Help. I would assume your name is pronounced Caden. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but
You're wrong.
I probably am. Anyways,
Hold up.
go ahead.
Ring.
Dun.
Yeah, I was talking with him about the thought of
Thoughts,
LS swapping that truck.
right?
He's like, yeah, I mean, it's not that a lot of people do it.
Yes.
It's not like it's not a bad idea.
Oh, this guy. Yes.
This guy right
Well, he
here.
says, I wish they still made wagons. More car makers need to make wagons, and clearly after my heart because I adore wagons. My daily driver is a very special wagon.
Stupid wagon.
No, it's a turbo Legacy GT wagon by Subaru. And
Stupid wagon.
no, I love it, and I have an Outback XT, which is the lifted version, and my first car was a WRX wagon, and I love wagons, and my favorite car of all time, not all of all time, but my favorite wagon is the Audi RS6 that has the V10 in it. Oh, wagons are amazing. I wish they made more as well. That was a bit of a tangent.
You know, I've been doing tangents a lot.
Oh, is this a math joke? I will destroy you.
No, not a math joke.
Okay. Good.
I wouldn't make math jokes. Jeez, who do you think I am?
Math joker. What's your opinion on wagons? I don't actually know. I just think you think they're
Mine?
heavy. Yeah, you.
Well, they are heavy.
They're heavier.
Like 300 pounds more heavy. More heavy. More heavy.
No, the Legacy version. The Legacy version is only like 190, which is still, you know.
Oh,
Yes.
200 pound
He says,
heavy.
he says my favorite car style is a wagon, and so is mine, and that's why I drive one. And hopefully I can get a nicer wagon at some point in my life. But my wagon right now is very, very special to me, and not super, super common, and I love it. So yes, this Caden is, it knows exactly what's good, and I gotta give some respect.
Dare you, Caden?
Yeah, well,
Do not influence her. This addiction needs to be stopped,
No.
not influenced.
wagons are the best, though. They really are.
Oh, it's now saying 6.5 hours, 6+ hours?
Well, it's because you're going so slow.
Oh, that's probably true.
You're
Someone's distracting me. It's not my fault.
You're the one who wanted to talk to me, so don't even.
My brain's always running, so I can't help it.
I want to talk to you, and then 5 minutes later, you distracted
I don't want
me.
to talk to you. Jeez.
Why would you want to do that?
Why would I want to talk to you?
Yeah,
Question. Why would I want to?
no one else does, so clearly there's something wrong with you.
Well, I knew that. I could have told you that.
I mean, I could have told you that too. You're a very special boy. I'll just put it that way.
Ew.
What?
I'm a special boy.
Yeah, you're
I
special.
won't be special.
You are special.
I'm not special.
You're special to
Here,
me.
you say that to me. I'm special to me.
You're special to me.
363 newtons.
I wouldn't have bought you a super rare model kit for your birthday if you weren't special to me.
Review your calculation to make sure it runs to 3 significant figures.
Thank you. It ended up in my an amazingly spectacular death, so I appreciate that you thought it was cool at least. Don't hit me, you stupid!
Oh my goodness.
Everyone in the universe heard that.
I can't.
Wait, is it? Do you actually have to do it right for credit, or can you just? Oh no, it's fine. I can't. I couldn't tell you. I can't spell ever. I really can't. Yeah,
Spelling.
Spelling and folding paper are my 2 weak points. As we know.
Oh, you know F? The girl, F?
Do I know F? I take a lot of Fs. No, I don't know. No, I don't.
Without saying the name.
Ah, yes. I would assume that I know who exactly who.
Mm-hmm. The guy is apparently like someone else, and I tried to give her really solid advice, and she's like, "No, I'm out. I'm done."
Huh.
And then she sends me, "Every girl should have an emergency stock of vodka because guys suck."
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Okay.
I could.
Like it was anyone else's fault.
I literally told her,
Sugar.
and if this comes back to bite me later, oh well. I literally told her that she needs to just flat out tell him that she likes him.
This is some solid relationship advice. Listen up, everyone.
If it doesn't end up working out, it's easier to move on. Trust me, I sort of have done that.
I'm gonna put my hand up and say that you've barely moved on. Like
I moved on to someone else.
It's like you tied a lasso to a slug.
I moved on to someone else. There's progress, it's just not a healthy progress.
But it's, I mean, okay.
Progress is progress.
I could say some really bad stuff right now, but I'm not going to.
Nah, go for it.
No, I'm not going to.
Why not?
That just doesn't seem right, given the situation of the world. I'm stuck on a curb.
Mute your stream so I can talk to. No.
I was gonna make a joke about people related to my lineage, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that. You know exactly what I'm talking about now, don't you?
Yep. I said whelp to her, because how else am I supposed to respond? And she's like,
that's the problem.
oh, well then, like, I mean, you've made your decision. I can't seem to persuade you to make a better choice.
Sorry. It happens, right? It happens. It's totally normal. Well, at least you don't
friends don't listen to you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, certain someone, not F, doesn't listen to me about my relationship advice either.
At least you don't have to deal with it anymore.
What? No, I'm gonna have to deal with it when she finds someone else.
Oh yeah, in 2.5 days.
But she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to do that stage I was talking about with you.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't remember exactly her reasoning, but it's like
Laziness.
You need to get out there.
I feel directly
I'm talking
attacked.
from experience. That's the funny part.
I feel attacked.
You need to get out there and just live and not worry about the people.
Not worrying about the amount of people you murder and how many bodies you have to bury and how much blood gets on your beautiful shirt.
Don't worry about the bodies, but don't murder anybody.
I know. It's like this thing is based on, I think this mod version of it is based on that weird Ford Focus ST wagon they made in Europe, and I want one that
Wagon.
makes me jealous. Yes, it's so cool. Or that, I think, Holden? No, what's the other version of Holden? Vauxhall? Yeah,
Commodore?
that's, no, Holden Commodore is a model. No, Vauxhall I think is the European version,
Oh yeah.
and they have like their turbocharged version of their minivan, and it's like lower and wider and stuff.
Minivans.
It's kind of cool.
You know what wives bring? Wives, if you get married, marriage brings minivans, and minivans means misery.
Unless
So-
it's
so
a
therefore,
Honda.
don't get married
That's
unless it's a turbocharged minivan.
big words coming from you.
Oh, I'm not gonna follow my own advice. I never do.
Oh, I guess that's true. I don't think you follow anyone's advice.
But I probably wouldn't get. I'd probably get a minivan, but it wouldn't stay normal minivan for a while.
I think I would just have a wagon if I had kids,
Wagon.
like I have now,
My God.
or like a golf.
Not because
A golf
you
wagon.
eventually need a third row, or potentially to use a third row.
How many kids do you think I would have if I had kids? Which I'm not going to.
Well, if you just have 4 kids,
I would choose to have one, maybe 2 at max.
see, I'd say 2.
No.
Hopefully, a guy and a girl. 3 if it isn't a guy and girl the first 2 times.
I give you and your channel. I can't count. I'm assuming that's 5 stars. It's like an optical illusion. Yes, I give you and your channel 5 stars out of 5 stars. Oh, my heart. It is
5 out of -5.
No,
Man.
you know what? My heart is
-5 out of
bursting
5.
with joy. I have a lot of terrible Animal Crossing videos. If you're into that,
It's not the only bursting with joy.
I really appreciate that. This car feels minivanish. It totally is supposed to be like a people carrier. I don't know.
Or a minivan.
We don't call them that here.
Jeez.
In the United States,
Did
but-
you hear that one?
Yeah, that was glitchy. But yeah, it's like a people carrier. Like, have you ever seen? This is to you, Doctor. I've driven through the trees. The Renault Espace F1.
Which one is that?
It's that Renault minivan that's like bright yellow. They put the Williams V10 engine in. From
That's
the,
not the one that they put the Ferrari V12 in?
No. It's from the 90s, and it's got the Williams F1 90s V10.
Oh,
in it.
yeah, that one, yeah.
It's like bright yellow with turbofans.
Mm-hmm.
And look that up if you want. It's the most amazing thing, and it sounds amazing.
I believe you. You may be lying to me, but I believe you.
I'm not lying to you. The only time I'd lie to you is if I said you're my best friend.
And that is what I have to say about that.
This video and you and your channel needs more attention in a good way. I don't know why you're saying that. I
don't
feel
know.
like I'm subpar.
Everyone says that to us.
I feel like I'm subpar at best. I really do appreciate it, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, like I'm being hugged by a caterpillar. But I feel like I'm subpar at best. But I really, really do appreciate it, and that does mean a lot to me.
People really say that a lot to us, and I can understand why they would say that, but we do not agree with that at all.
No, and I can't understand it. I would pardon you. Oh, to his burp. Oh, okay, I see.
Oh!
I'm guessing he didn't say that. I think that I would have understood those comments on that one video I did that got like 30,000 views. But otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I always put myself down. That's kind of how I operate. So,
Well, it's just being humble, really.
I mean, I don't know. I hate myself in every single regard.
Yeah, but it's still being humble.
Yes.
That's just what you do.
Are you gonna get Rocket League soon so we can stream it together?
I got school.
I know, but it's free.
How did I misplace that number? What?
Did you lose a number?
No, I'm dyslexic. I put 363 instead of 353.
How?
I really pooched that number up.
I see that. I congratulate you on your poochage.
They are right next to each other, but
You need more subs. Oh no, I don't.
people stop saying that. It's
I
not
mean-
true.
I really
Too
appreciate
many.
that a lot. That's. I'm not. I don't do. This is a driveway. I don't do YouTube to get. I'm not out here trying to get famous. Like that's not my goal. But
Oh, that's my goal.
but if I can make content that makes even just one person smile, and it makes one person's day a little bit better, then that's really what I want to do. How did you miss
Nah,
that?
screw that.
I don't, I don't know how I missed that car. I realize my latency is not great, but even though I set it to ultra low, I don't know how I missed that car. I did a perfect jump, and it was beautiful, and you can send money to my PayPal to see more epic car trick shots. No, I didn't actually provide my email. I know, I didn't provide my email. I'm not actually trying to steal money from anyone.
Oh, but you can donate to me on my channel.
I'm gonna smack you.
I'm like half joking, but it's all like you could. I don't recommend it. Go buy yourself an ice cream. Or
You make my lockdown and my life better, he says. Well, I'm glad. My aim in life is to make people's lives better. With whatever that takes. And I know that the times we're in right now are a nightmare. And it's doing a number to how I feel. And so I understand
I just want
that, and I know that you don't feel great, Doctor.
me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
And so that's kind of why I'm here. Is like if I can make you happy for even 30 minutes, then that's what I want to do, and I'm glad that I can do that for you. So
He's just torturing us.
that was supposed to be heartfelt. You. Do you think talking to me is torture? Is that what you're implying?
Oh yeah, loads of torture.
Okay. I know I have
So much pain.
I have the smooth voice of a cheese grater in one of those Snapchat crusher things. With all the teeth. You know what I'm talking about? Did you watch those on Snapchat? Bye,
What?
have a lovely time. No, that's okay. I'm glad you came and chatted. I don't get a lot of chats, so
Chatted.
I don't know the word for it. I
Chatted.
I stream occasionally, so if you want to ever stop by again and pop in the chat, I'd be happy to talk to you again. So I hope you have a lovely evening, or whatever time it may be, and I hope to see you in a future stream. So have a nice night. Are you making fun of me for the way I said chatted? Why are you making dolphin noises?
It's Perry the platypus noises.
What?
It's Perry the platypus.
What noises do platypus make? Do they?
No.
I've never heard of platypus because I've never been to Australia. Seriously, do we actually know what noise platypi make? Platypi? Platypus?
Platypussy.
I was gonna make that joke, but I didn't want to be the one who did. Platypuses? Platypi? Platypi. It's probably platypi. You know?
Oh, I'm actually not too far off.
What is the plural for? Is that the noise they make, really?
Fairly close.
Do it again.
I can't do it really well. Have you ever heard Perry the platypus?
No. Is it like chittering? It sounds like chittering. The sound of my car. The sound of my car trying to turn over in the cold.
Ah man, my throat's dry and I can't do it now.
I don't know what noise I made, but it definitely wasn't close to what you're trying to do. Oh, like blowing bubbles into chocolate milk.
Sort of, but then there's like a higher pitch noise, like sort of not a scream, but like the vocals behind that sound. That's what I was trying to do. I was like, I can't do it though.
I just did an insane drift.
It's a very unique noise.
Also, I'd like to point out that I had 2 views, and then all in about 2 minutes, it went up to 17 playbacks.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, it's right around the hour mark that things start going well for me normally. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Is Perry the platypus a boy or a girl?
A girl.
He's obviously a male because he does not have mammary glands. So Candace's body should not have been affected in this way. What?
What? What? Isn't that like the sister? That's the sister.
Yeah.
Right? Did they bang?
Disney fandom.
Did they bang?
I don't know.
Did they fuck?
What was the thing earlier about the Rule 34?
You said arcade machine Rule 34 or something like that? Internet? I don't remember. I don't remember what you said. You just said Rule 34 to me with something in front of it.
I can't remember what the thing in front of it was.
Me neither. Also noticed that I didn't beg that guy to subscribe even though he said my channel was 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, Candace, while trapped in Perry's body, is showing sweating milk.
Ew, what?
Only female platypus have mammary glands, and Perry is obviously a male, so Candace's body should not have been affected in this way.
Okay, so but even if it was a female, do female platypi... Do they produce milk from their skin? Because that's wrong. I don't like it.
What do they mean by sweating?
I guess exactly what it sounds like. There's definitely someone out there who got some sort of fetish from watching that episode from the thing that you just read me.
People have fetishes of everything.
Of every color of the rainbow.
And it scares me sometimes, but you know,
Well, like,
what can you do?
transformation fetish is really popular in the furry community.
Transfer
So,
what?
transformation. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that was like, there's somebody out there that was like, oh yeah.
Probably someone was swooning over that.
Yeah, exactly. Or that was like the moment they were like, wow, that's kind of hot, even though it's like a kid's show, I think? I think I saw like
101 days of summer vacation, and this is how we choose to send it.
I think
Spend it.
I've only ever watched like an episode or two years and years ago.
I never watched TV, but I would watch it
I
occasionally.
didn't have TV.
Yeah, neither did I.
So I always...
That was what generation we're really in.
I never really watched TV, and I still don't. I basically just played a lot of like old CD, DVD games on my Windows Millennium computer.
Yeah, no, my family would just instead of
VeggieTales.
watching.
I watched a lot of VeggieTales
No.
on VHS.
Oh yeah.
Look at me
no, my
now.
family just ended up buying a whole bunch of movies instead, so we have like 400 movies.
Oh yeah, that's what we did. Because we had like a huge like book of movies, like DVDs.
You've seen ours, it's the whole wall.
Yeah.
And part of the bookshelf.
We didn't keep any of our boxes, but I'd say we have like 200 movies probably.
So many movies. Last time I counted was like low 300s.
Yeah. Oh man, I've never been to Reese's house. I'll just put it out there. Holy moly! They have
You know
like
what?
3,000. Seriously, like the entire back two walls
Jeez.
of the basement are movies, top to from ceiling to floor.
I would say
It's insane. And I've only ever seen like 3 movies at his house, so that should say something. And 2 of them out of the 3 we rented.
wow.
So I watched Megamind there for the first time.
Megamind.
I love that movie.
Megamind.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Dare you?
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
It's good, isn't it?
It's decent.
I think it's really good. It's especially like going back and watching it. It's a lot better than I remember. So, you know, that's cool, I guess. I went down to the river today.
Lucky.
Why am
I can't wait till November.
What's in November?
Get my license back.
Ah, right. Being a real person again?
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm really going anywhere anyway. With this, quarantine and all.
What with the lockdown and such?
Yeah. That thing.
My favorite phase.
To do that, then it's simply just 3.5 over 4.5.
Have you ever considered fish stick?
I love fish sticks.
I have not had a fish stick in years.
Ironically, the fish stick I remember from my childhood is different than the ones they make now.
What do you mean?
They used to be,
I don't think
I think,
fish
a lot
sticks
more chicken-based.
What?
Yeah, they kind of lied when they were saying fish sticks, but now they really taste like fish.
My fish sticks were really always super fishy. What kind of fish sticks were you having?
I don't know. The cheap kind?
What brand? Oh, okay. We just used to eat fish sticks and tartar sauce. That was like our thing.
Oh, it was always ketchup.
What?
You do not tarnish fish sticks with tartar sauce. It's always ketchup.
You dip fish in tartar sauce. You dip fish products in tartar sauce.
No, you dip fish in...
No, you're being an American. Quit it.
Gosh, I hate this. Why?
No, fish products don't eat a tartar sauce. That's like the thing. Anytime you have fish, you make tartar sauce. I always make tartar sauce for my fish. Or a variation of tartar
ketchup.
sauce. No.
Or, what's it called sauce? Yum yum sauce.
Ugh, oh my god. My cousin used to dip her broccoli in ketchup.
Which one?
You know which one.
The college one?
Yeah.
Cute one.
Yeah, that's what I was trying not to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't want to say that about my own cousin, so yeah, you know.
No, I said it. You
Yeah,
don't say it.
exactly.
She's cute to me.
That's why I was hinting it.
I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah. What did I used to call her? I used to
remember.
Squishy.
What?
I used to call her Squishy.
Alright.
You can go ahead and let your imagination run wild on what that means, but it's pretty much exactly what you think.
Thank you, phone, for interrupting that silence.
Awkward silence.
Okay.
What?
FDA.
Do you have a dirty mind?
What? No.
It sure does seem like it.
You have a dirty mind. I have a perfectly clean mind.
Packed with peanuts.
Pure and innocent and...
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, look, sugar.
Pour some sugar on me.
Daddy.
No! Don't taint this. Pour some sugar on me.
If I do this math correctly, I will be surprised, because someone is distracting me. In my studies.
Your stutties?
My stutters.
Stutters?
Did I stutter?
I have a stutter. That comes out when I get nervous. Or really sad. I like that the body count on this car is called the Wide Fap. That brings me joy. I don't know, because I'm an immature toad.
I immature toad.
Thanks.
Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. I'm immature toad.
Yeah, people just call me Johnny.
People
But
call
I'm
me-
a doctor to you all because I am the king of them all. I got
Holy sugar!
Snarky. Snarky on a rock.
Isn't that the tennis shoe company?
Not Snarky on a rock. That's the rock climbing division of it.
Ah. Wait, really?
No. If this is correct, which it's not, it can't be right.
Wow, you have so much
How did
confidence
I
in
do-
yourself, it drives me crazy.
I hate solving simultaneous systems of equations.
Simultaneous?
Yeah.
Or simultaneous, depending on where you live.
I hate solving them.
I hate solving
And that's all that I'm doing.
the differential equation of life and love.
Don't even get me started. I haven't started on differential equations yet.
Start on them right now. You better...
I'm working on engineering.
Well, what is a differential equation? 'Cause I don't actually know. An equation based on differences?
I haven't actually done any of it.
But you're smart.
I'm stupid.
No, you're the big smart. I'm gonna have a crash. I'm gonna have a crash.
Wow, she really posted that on Instagram?
Yes.
Your sister.
I have lots of those.
T.
Yep. The bread thing? Or the
Is there more?
or the witch thing.
Yeah.
That just
Vibes.
witchy vibes. Oh, we hit 19 playbacks. Sweet.
BeamNG usually does that.
Yeah, BeamNG is a pretty lucrative business.
Now, if you can get them to actually stay,
Like this one guy was doing.
yeah.
Which I appreciate to no end. The average watch time is only 10 minutes though. Which is
Yeah.
how it do. The problem is that 2 people have just come and immediately left, which really just drops that average time to like...
Yeah, it's like one of my best Beam videos, streams. It was, 45 people came and gone. But like only 1 or 2 people stayed, so my average watch time was like 3 minutes.
It was like terrible. Yeah, I think I have... my best was 30 people at once. Not at once, in total.
Yeah.
I
Beam
can't
really does.
wait.
People like to pop up for Beam, but they don't
Like to stay.
like to stay.
That person was being very nice to me. And they never asked for subs or anything. Like, they didn't ask for me to subscribe or anything. They were just being very nice. Which is cool.
It's always cool.
Yeah, I hope that we can stream Rocket League together soon.
Well, if I start this week, I may have to reward myself. No, I probably shouldn't, because next week's just as bad.
Yep, fucking I feel that, jeez.
Yeah.
Because it comes out on Wednesday, which is my worst day. Well, it comes out on Wednesday for you. I'll have to re-download it. Although I guess I could play it on Xbox, but I need to stream it, so... No, never mind. I take it back.
What's the thing called?
Rocket League?
Yeah, but it's on the
Epic Game Store.
Epic Stank Store?
Epic Steak Store?
Stank Store.
Stank. Why is it stanky?
I don't know, because I don't like it.
They give developers a bigger cut of money than Steam does.
Yeah, but they're just as... Well, not compared to Steam, but they're just as, like... They're pretty stupid on their choices.
Well, I'm not gonna ever defend a multi-billion-dollar like company, but I do appreciate that. Like indie game developers, the reason that so many indie games have recently come to Epic is because Epic does like gives 35% back to the developer, and Steam is like 18.
Wow.
But your game will probably get more exposure on Steam. So.
For now.
Well, yeah, because a lot less people use. But I actually don't mind the other game store for that, and also that they do the free game a week thing. And I've actually gotten some really, really, really high quality games from that I'll probably stream at some point, which is really exciting.
Okay, it still just says coming soon. Available September 23rd.
Well, no, it actually has a date. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of decent things from the free game stuff program, so like this War of Mine and stuff.
Where do you find that?
Store. It's basically at the top.
Will you stop trying to install Fortnite?
If you have it on your computer, it's going to try to install updates.
Grand Theft Auto 5, $15 right now.
I have a coupon for 50% off, but I don't have anything to spend it on except for SnowRunner.
That's what it is. Oh, on Epic, on
yeah.
Steam.
Septic. Septic Game Store.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah, it's the remaster. It looks really good. They did a really good job. I'm not really into the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games that much, though. Except for Project 8, which was a buggy nightmare mess, but that's what made it funny to me.
Hey, man.
But
Troy.
I
Use Civ 6.
I really, really want SnowRunner.
Mm-hmm.
And drive around a lot of choo-choo boys with big diesel
How do I
engines.
filter like 3?
I don't know if it's like a program that I'm signed up for some reason, but...
Oh, Football Manager 2020 is free right now.
Oh, well, that's not very good.
It's $50 normally.
Oh, well then... Yeah, I usually just get whatever, because you don't have to install it. You can just put it in your library.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get it, but not install it.
I'm not really into that, so I probably won't even bother.
Nah, it's worth it to...
Would you ever actually even care if it wasn't free?
Oh, I probably should.
Exactly. You've missed some really good weeks. GTA 5 was free a couple weeks ago.
Oh, man.
This War of Mine... I can't remember the other ones, but I have got... Every game in my Epic library has been free so far.
BRC9's $50? Oh, man.
I don't know if you can look at my library, but...
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I have some really good in there that's free.
Mm-hmm. I'm friends with you.
You should be.
Oh, look, I am.
I know, what a crazy shocker.
Dare I?
How dare you befriend me?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I think
Far Cry 2 is $3.
not worth it.
Yeah, I figured.
If it was Far Cry 3, I would say yeah.
Far Cry 1 is $3.
Oh. Revolutionary for the time, not that great now. As you would expect.
Bombing Simulator 19, $25.
Heck yeah! Let's stream that together.
Honestly, I would, but nobody will watch it, but it's something I've always wanted to just play.
It is multiplayer.
It is,
Yeah.
but nobody really cares about it. It's something I really like to just play, or like watch someone play and just like have it on the background.
Yeah, it'd be really good for like
I want it.
studying.
SnowRunner, $40.
I really want to get SnowRunner. But I can't justify spending money on a game when there's other things to spend money on. Real, actual things.
Probably buy that one game.
That one game?
Forza Horizon.
I thought it got taken off the store this week.
The 29th, I think.
Oh, maybe it's at the end of this month.
It is it's probably 8 days left. 7 days left. Next Sunday.
I wish you could get 4, because that'll do a lot better on yield numbers.
Yeah, but, you know. Forza Horizon 4 is, $45.
That's not too bad for the amount of game you're getting, and considering the fact they update it every month with like 6 new cars.
Yeah.
And considering that we're not getting a new Forza game till 2022.
When do you think Forza Horizon 4 is gonna drop off the store?
It's 4 years after it releases. So 2022.
Release?
November 2022. That's the only game I've ever pre-ordered in my life.
Yeah. Really?
Is it worth it? No.
No, not worth it.
It's worth it as a game. It wasn't I revoke what I said because when I first was playing it for the first year, I basically played every single day and did every single thing, so it was worth it to have all the bonuses at that time. But now I play it once a week.
I'm pretty sure my laptop won't run it. Or even Horizon 3. I have enough memory, but it says video memory 4 gigs. I don't have that.
I went back to Horizon 3 recently, and it was really weird.
And it's asking for...
Oh, also all the fact that all my DLCs were gone, which was not great. Because you can't buy them anymore.
You can.
Well, I know, but I don't want to buy stuff I already have. Maybe on PC it's different because that's where I had it installed originally.
I think that's the way it is.
But, yeah, like, I lost my Mark III and stuff. Because I bought every single DLC.
Mm-hmm. Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition.
75. I don't know. 75?
50? Sorry. Yeah, $50.
For the Ultimate Edition?
$50. What?
50 for the Ultimate?
Yeah.
That's really good.
80 for the game with Xbox, with Game Pass. Xbox.
So wait, what's the Standard Edition?
Standard Edition is $30.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Nope, not bad.
That's really not bad.
I don't know how much more of the price would drop down in the next year or two.
It's probably not going to go much lower. 25, I would say, maybe the lowest you'd see it. I doubt that, though.
I mean, 2022, it should drop down to give or take 20.
Yeah, but by that time, I'll have Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
I think I bought the Ultimate Edition for $100. I think I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition.
I think it was like, you were saying it was like 120 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I pre-ordered the, like, top-end, like, pre-order edition or whatever.
Yeah.
No, what does the Ultimate have versus Standard? Let me look.
I can show you, or I can tell you right now.
I think it's a couple.
Well, as
couple
the Horizon 4 car pass, Best of Bond car pack, the Horizon 4 VP.
Oh,
VIP, sorry.
Oh, really?
The Lego Champions.
So that's all the DLC, the VIP, which gives you double money and double experience on every race, and the car pass, which is like 80 unique cars or something.
Mm-hmm. That gives you all, the Formula Drift.
That you get for free.
Ocean Island,
because
Lego.
When the car pass originally came out, it was with pre-orders, and they released 2 new cars every week until November that next year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you had to wait, but now it's just a bunch of free, super cool free cars.
Like, if you buy them individually, it's like 25, 10, 20, 18, 5.
It way exceeds the value of just buying it all together.
Yeah. That's like what I said, it was like almost $50, and you can buy it for $50.
Yeah. She would be a fool!
System requirements. It's the same as the other one.
I mean, if you were up in the air about both of them, I would get 4 just because it's newer and you can actually stream it with me and it would be more fun. But,
So, with 3, could we still play together?
oh, I don't know if they're shutting down the servers. Because if they are, then there's no point.
Yeah.
Right. You looking that up?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can re-download it, so like it's not a question of that. I can't imagine why they would. I mean, it's just
Features like multiplayer and online services will be still accessible. The end-of-life status is to the 27th this month. The game and its DLC will no longer be able to be purchased after that date. Whoever owns it can still download and play and its associated content.
right, but that doesn't say anything about going online.
Yeah, no, it said features like multiplayer and online services will still be accessible for those who own the game.
Oh.
So yeah.
Also, just Horizon 4 has a lot more features, like being able to bring cars to you without having to pay for it. Stuff like that. Like, it's just a better game in terms of usability, but in terms of map and fun, Horizon 3, I'd say, is actually better.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like double the price is the problem.
I mean, either way, you're getting all the DLC. It's just whether or not you want the newer game. That would be up to you. But apparently, I guess your computer really can't run either of them, so...
They're the same. The only thing to worry about is the graphics card.
Well, yeah, like even if you were able to get it, who knows if you'd actually even be able to stream it?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to stream it.
Which is like, is there a point then? I'm not sure. That would be, that's for you to decide.
Yeah. And it's definitely something I'd want to play. You know, someone, donated me $500. I'd build my PC, get that all over with, and then, yeah, go streaming all the time.
Oh, if only life was that easy, huh?
I was joking with F about making an OnlyFans. She's like, don't do that. I'm like, then why do other people get to do that then?
Because as much as someone like her would hate to admit it, this country has a huge double standard against men doing things like that.
Yeah. I was like, what if I did an OnlyFans, but like, actually productive? Like an OnlyFans where you can ask me questions and I can like video walk you through how to do stuff on cars and whatnot.
In OnlyFans, but all I do is make toast.
Only toast.
The thing is, like with the way like the modern meme culture is and stuff, that probably, weirdly enough, would probably be successful.
But like all that, it's like you literally can just look on YouTube. If you're that stupid to want to pay for content, and like going other places with OnlyFans too, you can find it other places.
Yeah, just
and a lot of OnlyFans creators would be like, why are you telling people to go other places? This is my livelihood. I'm like, this is your livelihood because people are willing to pay money to something that they can get for free.
Yeah. I mean, it feels more personal if you pay for it, so I can see why people do it.
It is more personal, but like, how personal can you get if it's, you don't know them?
Right. That's fair. I'm dead. Ah.
F was like, yeah, it's not worth it. I'm like, gotta find a way that gotta find a way to make that money somehow.
They gotta make that paper, boo boo. Oh.
Because I'm not blessed with the ability to just be able to make money instantly, easily.
It's called stealing. Everyone's blessed with the ability to steal.
Well, yeah, but even then, some people are not so bright on being able to do that.
True. Are you not so bright on being able to do that?
Probably not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Also, you don't go to a public university, so...
You just gotta keep things quiet,
I'm not insinuating anything like that by saying that.
Farming Simulator 18 is $4 on the Microsoft store.
God, that is one thing I don't like, is like everybody has to have their own store now, and it's like, God, why?
Yeah.
Like, can I just...
Forza 7 is like $21.
That's not worth it.
I don't know, I had a load of fun.
I mean, if you're gonna play online, then you'd rather play Horizon, I promise.
Yeah.
But perhaps that's not surprising.
No. Don't be just not.
And like, who actually cares about Forza?
Probably not very many people.
Yeah, exactly.
You can find out. You can try streaming it, see how well that goes.
I feel like Horizon 4 might be decent to stream.
Probably.
Since people seem to enjoy Beam. I don't think that Forza's that much different.
Yeah, who knows?
At the core gameplay, I mean, anyways.
Ooh, 7M on the dyno, making 420 horsepower, 440 foot-pounds of torque.
Not bad. Not bad.
Who is she?
My sister.
What?
My sister.
Nope, that's not your sister. Does your sister own an FX16?
Yes.
Since when?
Now.
Oh, it looks just like TC. It was the same gray and everything. Oh.
Is it a GTS or a regular FX16?
It's just an FX.
One.
Oh.
Oh god.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
Her bumpers are not painted.
Yours weren't either. They were black plastic.
Mm-mm. Mine were painted.
They weren't
They were spider cracked, but they were painted.
Oh, I didn't ever think they were supposed to be.
The Superman cars wasn't painted.
Well, you know what? That's good. Great. You're sad.
So the one thing I was thinking about for the road trip,
Okay. Why did I spawn down here?
kind of silly, and probably hold up a moment.
Wow, thank you for interrupting your own train of thought with your own train of thought.
How much does he want for this?
Are you talking about picking up another car on the way back?
It's a Supra.
I want a Supra. I've been looking at... I have plans. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Is it a hurt? Oh, it's burgundy.
I'll still buy it.
Pretty rough interior-wise. It is an 89.
Is it the one with all the huge rust spots?
Well, it's in Anaheim, California.
Oh.
Probably.
Never mind then.
Oh, will need to be towed. What?
Yes, 20 playbacks. I did it. I achieved my goal. Now I can quit.
Oh, so back to the road trip. I was thinking and half joking about being like, oh, we need to find a tablet or something that we can prop up on the dash and so we could watch movies on the way back.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Why? It's like a great idea.
You know, taking your eyes off the road?
Oh, no, like, driving, no, but like, that's at it. Or at least listen to it.
What's the point?
Also having the tablet for directions. So it'd be visible.
Yeah, but tablets don't have data.
I have unlimited, what's it called? Tethering to a device. Hotspot, yeah.
Well, then I would just use your phone. Shoot.
Yeah, but I can't. I like to be able to see.
Okay, I am going to end my stream.
What? It's only been like an hour.
An hour and a half, exactly. Which is how long I stream for.
Oh, I usually do too.
I usually do an hour and a half to an hour and 45. So.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, I have just been T-boned by a car while trying to do my outro shot, which you just gotta love. And he's had a crash. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I really appreciate everyone who came out and chatted and interacted.
Thank you,
yeah, it made the stream a lot more exciting for me and a little bit more fun and makes me feel good on a day where I wasn't feeling very good. So I really appreciate it. I'm gonna start trying to stream and record other games. So we'll see how that works out. I'm pretty busy, but I appreciate everyone that stopped by, and I hope, at the very least, to see everyone again next time I stream BeamNG. At the very least, that's what I'll be doing, is streaming BeamNG again. So thanks again, everyone, for coming out, and I will see you all next